Hey guys, welcome to Chris Hansen Barbecue. Today we're doing a brisket.
Alright guys, so I'm going to be getting dinner ready for tomorrow. Yeah, so we got a big brisket here. And it's going to be a long cook. And it's going to be a long process. But you know what? It's going to be worth it. It's going to come out delicious. I love doing brisket. I only did a couple this year. For some reason, I haven't been seeing a lot of briskets in the whole briskets in the supermarkets. I've been seeing, you know, just say just a flat. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if they're cutting them up because they feel like people aren't getting together for COVID. I'm not too sure, but anyway, I hunted this down. This is a 20-pound brisket. This thing is big. This is Angus choice. So, what I'm going to do is I already measured this thing. This thing's at 23 inches. I believe it's 23 inches. Maybe 24. I got to recheck. But anyway, what I'm going to have to do is, besides trimming it, seasoning it, and getting it ready, I'm going to have to take some off. So I got a choice. Take it off the point, take it off the flat. I'm going to take it off the flat. Now the reason why I got to take some off is I'm cooking on an 18-inch Weber Smoky Mountain. So, that being said, I'm going to take it off the flat. I'm going to have to take probably, I got to remeasure, but maybe 4 to 5 inches off, believe it or not. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this meat. And I'm either going to do like a beef stew or get it nice and trimmed and marinated and then maybe do some shish kebab or something. I'm not too sure, but I'm going to use that meat. This is definitely not going to be a waste. Well, we definitely got a nice brisket here, nice size. And we are definitely going to have a fun time cooking this up. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start prepping this. I'll come back and I'll show you the trim work, what I did. I'm going to be taking probably a couple pounds off this thing. This is a 20-pounder. I'm guessing I might lose close to, who knows, I'm going to have to reweigh it, but it might be 4 to 5 pounds. And you know what? That's okay. However, I'm not going to go super crazy with the fat. I am trimming it though. I'm not going to go super crazy. What I'll do is before I serve it, I'll trim it up really good. You know, get that extra fat off. I want as much fat on there as possible to help me get a nice, juicy, beautiful brisket. Alright, so with that being said, I'll come right back and I'll show you the trim results and this seasoning. Alright guys, we're back. Now, I trimmed this up. I was correct. I took about a little over 5 pounds off, believe it or not. Yeah, a lot of fat I got off. And I took a nice few inches off the front side here. So what I did was trimmed it up, took some off the flat. I used salt, about what was it, almost a 1/4 cup of salt. I used a 1/3 cup of pepper. I used an 1/8 of garlic powder, 1/8 of onion powder. That's it. And yes, I did both sides. Some people don't like to season the fat side. You know what? You don't have to. However, when you're cooking on the Weber Smoky Mountain, the heat is coming from the top. you always want to keep the fat on the heat side. So once that fat starts rendering, because the fat's going to be up, once that fat starts rendering nicely, you got all of that seasoning in the fat now, right? It's not going to go through the fat, but the fat is going to act as a traveling agent, I guess you could say. And it's just going to come down the sides, and it's going to bring that all that seasoning with it. So that's the idea. So if you're on those Smoky Mountain, you definitely want to season the fat side. All right. So what I'm going to do is, it's early afternoon. I just wanted to prep this. I'm going to throw this in the fridge for a couple hours. And I'm going to get that Weber going later on tonight. I don't know how late yet, but I'm going to figure it out. So we got about 15 pounds here right now. It looks good. It looks great. We're going to have some, the leftovers. I'm definitely going to be doing a chili. It's going to be nice. At the point, I'm definitely going to be making some burnt ends. It's going to be really good. I can't wait. And it's Labor Day weekend, end of the summer. You got to enjoy, because that barbecue and that grilling season is gone for most. Not for me, but it's gone for most. So, you know what? Go out with a bang. Treat yourself to something good this weekend. Whether it be nice steaks, a nice long smoke, whether it's this or a roast or whatever have you.
Hey guys, so it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna check on the brisket. I put it on last night. I put it on at 12. So right now it is burning beautifully at 225. Now somewhere last night, I don't know what time, it must have dropped. When I came out this morning, it was right under 200. So I opened the vents up. I opened the door up. I kicked around the coals. Dropped some of the ash down below. And it came back up. So I'm not sure what the issue was. I don't know if it was airflow or the ash was just too built up. But, excuse me. That's my wake up alarm. So anyway, let's give this one a look. We're gonna see how it's turning out. That's our brisket. It smells good. It smells really good. Alright. So I got my ThermaPro. This thing is great. Alright, not bad. Alright, beautiful. Point showing on 153. Let the flat showing on 153, and the point is right behind it at almost 152. So that's beautiful. Normally, there's a couple degree difference between the flat and point, but that's looking very good. I'm just gonna cover that right back up right away. But I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it climb back up. I'm gonna let it climb. I don't want to say back up. I'm gonna let it climb to about 160. At the 160 mark, my plan is to wrap it. Then from there, at low temp, the 225 marker, that's when I wanted out of this cook. So I'm trying to avoid that 250, even though that's what I normally smoke at, 250. We're doing all 225. I put it on at 12 o'clock last night or this morning, and seems like it's doing really good because it's in the low 150s right now. So anyway, I'm going to be checking on it in like, I don't know, let's say half hour to an hour. see how it's climbing. Is it climbing fast? Is it climbing slow? Then I'll make my adjustments from there, you know. But anyway, I'll bring you guys back. The 11th hour. Let's see. The temperature rose a little bit. It's almost at 250. That's all right. Ooh. Oh, it smells delicious. All right, so I'm just hoping right now that it's at or above the 160 range, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's see what we got. Oh, yeah, we're above. Let's see the point showing. All right. Yeah, so 170 on a 173 on the flat, 170 on the point. That is perfect to get wraps. So we're gonna wrap it up. Wrapping up is going to speed up the cooking process a little bit. Also, it's going to allow me to collect some juices. So, I'm going to take this off, bring it inside, and I'll meet you inside. All right, so it's time to wrap this up. So it's about 170. The flat's a little warmer at 173. That's okay. That's to be expected, that difference. But as you can see, look at this nice jiggle. This thing is cooking nicely. This bark is set very, very, very well. I'm very happy how this is turning out so far. It smells delicious. It just looks great. Now, some people like butcher paper. Butcher paper is good. Some people like foil. Foil is good. Depends what you're really going for. Just a nice black Angus brisket, right? Some people say butcher paper. If you got a lot of fat, you got a lot of marbling. And some people say foil if it's more of a leaner cut. Well, you got to ask yourself, what's more important? The butcher paper doesn't really mess with your bark as much. Yeah, this is nice. This set beautifully. All right. However, sometimes when you use aluminum foil, it might steam up your bark. Now, I like foil for this reason, that I like how it collects the juices. I want to go for the most juice collection, and steaming it up a little bit more, if it does that, which I believe it does, I'm okay with. I'm not as worried about the bark as much as the tenderness of the meat. I want that meat nice and tender, and that first bite you take, I want you to just love it and tell me that it's delicious. You know, I'm going with foil. So, you're smoking, you always want a nice wide foil. Got a nice wide foil right here. Alright, so I'm going to take a couple pieces of this foil. I want a heavy duty wide. This is like a no frills brand, you know, nothing special. But we're gonna wrap this up. I'll show you how I do it. There's no wrong or right way to do this, by the way. Alright? However, you want your shiny side on the inside. Shiny side always faces the meat. Alright. Basically, when you wrap it in foil or paper, you just want easy access to it, you know. You want to make sure that you're able to collect the juices also. You want something that's going to hold the juices nicely.
So, that's it. Take my barbecue gloves off. I love these gloves. They're like heavy duty rubber. I don't want to say heavy duty rubber. They're like a rubber. It's like a heavy duty glove. They're good. I don't know where I got them from. I might have got them as a gift. I don't know. Anyway. Open up. My hands, I'm just gonna see, look at that, not wide enough. This was a big brisket. That is great. I love it. All right. I'm probably gonna use 3 pieces because this thing is such a behemoth. So all the ends, I'm just meeting at the top. You know, this way I know A, what side is up, and B, it's for easy removal of this brisket. All right, now it's wrapped, but I'm not satisfied. I'm gonna go one more. Nice big piece here. Alright. Oh, this has a nice jiggle to it. I'm in love already with this. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Alright, I'm happy with this right now, okay? The whole surface is totally covered. Now I have 3 layers. Even though this isn't the thickest, the best is your Reynolds wrap. However, I don't know why I have this. I normally do the Reynolds. But anyway, listen, it's not your thickest, but I have at least 3 layers of foil. And that's what I want. I want to, you know, I want to be able to catch all those juices. Because we're going to have a nice au jus type liquid that it's just going to be fantastic putting it back on that brisket. It's going to taste so good. It's going to make it nice and moist and tender. And you'll see once we cut into this. It's going to be a home run. I can't wait already. But all right, so we're gonna put this back on. It's gonna go back on the smoker for until I hit that 195 to 100 range. All right, then I'm gonna bring it inside and I'm gonna leave it wrapped up for a couple hours. I'm probably gonna do that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it wrapped up a couple hours and that's it. I'll bring you back once I hit that 195, 200 range. All right. All right. So I'm wrapping this brisket here. Just wanted you guys to see. Now some people they use butcher paper, which is cool. Remember I said I like tin foil. Why? Can you see down here? Can you see all this liquid? You see that? That is beautiful. We got a nice au jus. So I'm gonna take this out, put it on a cutting board, but that's why I use tin foil. You see that? All right, guys. All right, guys. So I got this out now. I got my au jus off to the side. Now, cut it. All right, now, there's different ways to cut this. A lot of times I like to separate the point, put that off to the side. However, today, I'm gonna do, look how jiggly it is. Wow, this is so nice. I think I'm just gonna cut from the flat side. All right. Alright, this is a nice piece right here. This is a nice piece right here. Alright. See all this fat that was on here. Let me cut this fat off. We took away a lot of the flat when we trimmed this brisket down to fit in the smoker. So this was one hell of a big piece. So, no injections. I don't know if you could see that nice shine on it. Look at this. Look at that. Look at this brisket. Watch this. Look. Oh man. This is great. This is great. Wow. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm gonna make some brisket sandwiches. This is gonna be delicious. All right. When I'm done using whatever I'm gonna use off this brisket tonight for dinner, I'm gonna wait until I'm done. I'm gonna separate the point from the flat, what's left of the flat. I could do it right now, but anyway, I'll separate it. Let me do it right now. Get this point out of here. All right, so with this point, I really want to make burnt ends. I wanted to do it today, but I'm not doing it today. I'm actually gonna have that kind of as a side dish, I would say, for my meal coming up this week. Make some awesome burnt ends. Anyway, to separate it, you lost your bark. That's all right. Now look at this. This is a thin piece, a little thinner than I normally cut it. Look, just look how juicy, and look how this is great. This is really good. Really good. So we got a beautiful, look at this flat. Just cooks so good. Normally I cook my briskets at 250. Today I did it 225. Alright, we started at midnight. What did it come off? It came off around 1:32-ish. It's been sitting for about 2.5 hours. I tell you right now, this is an awesome brisket. It tastes great. I could have probably put a little bit more wood on, but I'm not really worried about that because this is just so beautiful and it tastes so great that this is a home run. This is a grand slam. This is just so good. Look at this. Look at these pieces. All right. So what did we do? We started at 12. About 15 pounds. We cooked at 225. I tried to keep around 225. It went up, it went down. I had to add some more coals. That's okay. It came out perfect. Perfect. Now, if you wanted, I'm using this point, I'm going to do burnt ends. If you wanted to do and I had to cut off the front piece of the flat because it wouldn't fit my 18-inch. Oh well, you know, that's life. I'll use that other piece another day. However, since I'm using my point for some burnt ends, you don't have to. Now, if you're gonna cut the whole brisket up from the flat, you're gonna want to cut it just like we've been cutting it. However, once you get to the point, you're gonna turn it and you're gonna cut it the opposite way because the grains run different. If it's your first time doing a brisket, you'll see what I'm talking about when you try it. I used cherry and pecan wood. It has a nice flavor. I probably could have used a little bit more because I think it was a little too smooth of a flavor. Maybe maybe some post oak or something. That probably would have been really good too. However, I am super happy the way it turned out. This brisket is tender. It's juicy. Making some barbecue sandwiches right now. It's going to be great. If you got any questions on this brisket, please message me. I'm going to cut this up and get ready to serve. I'm doing some barbecue sandwiches tonight. But, alright, we'll be back. Alright guys, normally I take that au jus and put it right back on top of that meat, but look at this. This is so moist. Look at how it's so good. This is what I'm doing right here. Look at that. Nice barbecue sandwich. Got some homemade coleslaw. Beautiful. You like that meat? That meat was good, right? Look at this. This is just good stuff, right, baby? You want some more meat? Yeah. This is a good piece right there.
Good piece.
Yeah. Look at this. Look at this. That is some brisket. Look, I don't even want to pull it apart. No, baby, that's okay. It fell on the floor. Come over here. I'll give you another piece. That's okay. Here, try that one.
Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome, baby. That's good, right? That's some good barbecue. Look at this meat. Look at this.
Look at this.
Look. Wow.